Hey y'all, Ine here. I'm still reading this book called All We Can Save: Truth, Courage, and Solutions for the Climate Crisis. And there's been a lot of essays and poems in here that I've really enjoyed, that really resonated with me. So I thought maybe I could actually read one or two of these out loud to y'all, just in case you might be interested. I don't know if I'll be able to get through the whole thing in one take, but let's do part one, part two, whatever it takes. This essay is called Wakanda Doesn't Have Suburbs by Kendra Pierre-Louis. I don't know when I first learned that the story of humanity was one of profound wrongness, but the idea that the world was broken because of our presence was always there, a constant cadence with which to orient my life, as seemingly natural as the four seasons that ordered my years and the cycle of the sun that ordered my days. I grew up in the Catholic Church, whose theology of original sin means that humans are born with a built-in desire to disobey God, ever since Eve allegedly took a bite of that damn apple. Since her and Adam's punishment was to be kicked out of the garden, it's not a stretch to say that I also grew up with the belief that humans have an innate tendency to destroy their environment. Growing up in New York City, secular classes taught to state standards imparted a similar message of humanity's inherent shortcomings. A critical undercurrent of history and science classes, for example, is the idea of perpetual progress. That progress, we're taught, has always come at the cost of the environment, from smog-filled skies to landscapes devoid of birds, as chronicled in Rachel Carson's Silent Spring. And of course, the idea of progress itself implies that there is something wrong with the present and with our place in it. I'm not the only person who's gotten this message. Robin Wall Kimmerer, an enrolled member of the citizen Potawatomi Nation, scientist, author, and lecturer, writes in her beautiful book, Braiding Sweetgrass, that in her survey of roughly 200 third-year ecology students, almost all said that they thought that human and nature were a bad mix. These were, she pointed out, people who had chosen to devote their lives to environmental protection. I was stunned, she wrote. How is it possible that in 20 years of education that they cannot think of any beneficial relationships between people and the environment? When I share this quote with a friend, she points out that it is ahistorical to frame people and nature as always in opposition with each other. There are societies that live within their ecological boundaries. The mountainous nation of Bhutan, for example, absorbs more carbon than it emits. But good luck finding those stories in the tales that dominate much of U.S. culture.